All right, everybody. Hope you guys are having a nice Tuesday out there. And tonight we're playing a little bit of Jeopardy. It's not going to be your, traditional three contestant, everyone has a buzzer kind of Jeopardy, but it's going to be kind of fun. I'm going to test your knowledge here. Mostly weather-related questions, but some of them, they might be a little bit of a stumper. So we'll see what you guys can come up with here. Oops. Got my volume on over here. Good thing it's working. Let's see. We have Abel tuning in and Patricia tuning in, and Anthony is also joining from the StormTRacker 9 Weather Center. So he might be playing along with you guys. So that should be pretty fun. So let's go ahead and get right into it with the categories. And then the first comment that I see is going to be the first category that we do. So get ready, because here come the categories, and whoever is going to be the first comment that I see pop up here, you're picking the first category. So let's go. And the categories are tonight, all the A's. So all the answers are going to have a word or words that start with the letter A. So this one might be a little bit of a stumper. You'll have to kind of think about some of these here real quick. Head in the clouds. Going to be talking about a little bit about what we talked about a few days ago when we went over all the different kind of cloud types. So a little bit of a review for anyone who was watching that. Lightning and thunder and hail. Oh my. And talking tropics, because believe it or not, hurricane season is coming up faster than you might think. And I saw one post last night that said that the beginning of the hurricane season could end up being slightly more active than normal, and they're overall predicting a slightly above average season for the first couple of models that have come out. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about the tropics. So what category do you guys want to do? Drop that in the comments, and that'll be the first category. So somebody leave a comment. Which category do y'all want? I know there's sometimes a little bit of a lag, so we'll let you guys make sure you're tuning in, commenting here. Make sure I can see all the comments. Sometimes it likes to hide them from me. All right, the first comment that I see is from Dawn Sneed, and she says the A's. So we're going to start with the A's first, and then I see Keely says tropics. So we'll do all the A's, then we'll do the tropics, and then we'll do the lightning, tornadoes, and hail third, and then head in the clouds fourth. All right, so all the A's for 200. Let's get rolling. These two A's complete the acronym for the federal organization that is in charge of all flights in U.S. airspace. So that's the FAA. What do those two A's stand for? Let me know in the comments. These two A's complete the acronym for the federal organization in charge of all flights in U.S. airspace. That's the FAA. What do the two A's stand for? Rodolfo, got it. Aviation Administration. There you go. That's what the FAA stands for. That was your $200 all the A's question. Keely Gwynn also got that as well. Thank you, Keely. All right, all the A's done. All the A's for 400 now. Part of Newton's second law, force equals mass times this A. So dig back all the way to those high school or college physics classes. F equals ma. What does that A stand for? Anthony, you do not have to answer in the form of a question. Although some of these you could, but I wasn't trying to gear them all that way. So part of Newton's second law, force equals mass times this A. What does that A? Keeley, on it again. Mass and acceleration. Acceleration is the answer. And if you've ever pushed someone on a swing set or tried to shove someone over while you're roller skating or on an ice rink, you know that it's way easier to push someone faster if they're smaller. But a large mass, it's not going to speed up as fast. Anthony got that one too. All right, all the A's for 600 now. Now this organization, this is a weather question, oversees the National Weather Service, and its two A's follow the words National, Oceanic, and blank blank. So the organization is NOAA. What do those two A's stand for? So this organization oversees the National Weather Service, amongst other things, and its two A's follow the words National, Oceanic, and, I know and starts with an A, but we're not counting that one, and it's the two A's in NOAA. What do those stand for? Rodolfo says atmospheric agency. That is very, very close. We got one A. What's that last A in NOAA? Kyle, atmospheric administration. There you go. Good one, Kyle. Atmosphere agency. A lot of people get in the atmosphere, but that administration one was the tricker there. 600 question down. Let's go to all the A's for 8. This A can describe the total amount of rain or snow that has fallen. Sometimes we'll say snow totals, rain totals. What's another word for that? What's the A word that can describe the total amount of rain or snow that has fallen? This A can describe the total amount of rain or snow that has fallen. What A word am I looking for here? Kyle says, where'd the sound go? Did my sound go out? I hope not. Any guesses? Anthony, ring-a-ding-ding, got in this one. That's not fair. He's a meteorologist. Accumulation. That's the 800 question down. And now the last one for all the A's. The $1,000 question. Let's see if you guys can get this one. I think this is going to stump a couple of people. This organization oversees all space flight from the United States. Everyone knows it as NASA, but it's one of the most commonly misnamed acronyms, with these two A's tripping people up. So what is that A, the first A and the last A in NASA stand for? Kyle says, back up off my answers, friends. Sarah also chiming in with the last correct answer, accumulation. Gotta use my degree for something. All right, this organization oversees all space flight from the United States. Everyone knows it as NASA, but it's one of the most commonly misnamed acronyms, with these two A's tripping people up. What are the two A's in NASA? I knew this one might be the toughest question in this Jeopardy. Megan, Kyle, and Rodolfo all getting this one right. Look at that. Did y'all use Google? I had to make sure I knew it and check it with Google when I was putting this together. But yeah, Aeronautical Space Administration. Okay, aeronautics, but you guys, close enough. All right, that does it for all the A's. Now I think that the next one was tropics. Let me make sure. Yeah, tropics are next. So talking tropics for 200. Here we go. The most prominent feature of a hurricane is caused by sinking air in the center of the storm. What is that prominent feature there? Most prominent feature of a hurricane is caused by sinking air in the center of the storm. What am I looking for here? Deborah says she spelled it wrong. I'm guessing in my head. Y'all aren't terrible. Come on, y'all are doing awesome here. All right, what is this feature here in the center of a hurricane called? Someone chime in with that answer. Daniel says, looks like the center of a waffle. What waffle are you eating? Bonnie tuning in. Bonnie says, what is the eye? That is absolutely correct. Thank you, Bonnie. Ashley and Erica, y'all got this. Y'all are killing it. Come on, let's go. All right, talking tropics for, oops. All right. Accidentally did what I didn't want to do. It's all right. Can just re-hide those. Talking tropics for 400. All right, this hurricane dropped over 60 inches of rain near Nederland, Texas. Which hurricane was this? Oops, I think the YouTube video just the YouTube video might have just given that one away. Which hurricane is this? This hurricane dropped over 60 inches of rain near Nederland, Texas. What hurricane are we talking? Yeah, that YouTube link definitely gave this one away. Didn't think it was going to do that, but I guess that happens. Hurricane Harvey. Jeffrey tuning in with the right answer first, I believe. Jeffrey, Anthony saying Harvey. Daniel guessing Harvey as well, although he guessed Rita as well. That is Hurricane Harvey back in 2017. Talking tropics for $600. In 2005, this hurricane became one of the deadliest in U.S. history, making landfall first in Florida and then again in Louisiana and Mississippi. What hurricane is this? Ashley says, how do y'all know these things? Keely, I'm sorry if I'm missing your answers. Sometimes Facebook is just kind of annoying with those answers sometimes. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with them. Esther tuning in. Katrina. Jeffrey tuning in as well. Katrina. Both of them coming in with the right answer, although Esther, I might have to dock you $100 there. It starts with a K, not a C, but hey, I'll give it to you. But yeah, this is Hurricane Katrina back in 2005. Very tragic hurricane. It was actually at its strongest well before it made landfall, but because it made landfall in the spot that it did, that's why it was so deadly in the New Orleans area, especially because you remember all those issues with all the levees and the water spilling over and New Orleans being below sea level. Not great to have a hurricane come in that spot and blow all that water in, which is one of the reasons it was so deadly, all the flooding down there. Talking tropics for 800. Hurricanes are rated based on their wind speed using this scale. What scale am I looking for here? Y'all, if there's a way for me to see all of your comments, let me know. I'm sorry if I'm missing them. I just got the feed up here, and apparently it's not all the comments are popping up. Don't know what the deal is there. All right, hurricanes are based on their wind speed using this scale. What is this scale called? It's for $800. What is my bathroom scale? Oof. That is incorrect, Mr. Franz. Ashley and Erica proud of each other. Love that. Does anyone know the name of the hurricane scale? This one I know is going to be another tricky one when I put this question in there. Anyone know that answer? I'm going to refresh this, see if I can get more of your comments. Facebook apparently doesn't like me. We got some Fujita scale answers in there. I thought I might get you guys on that. It is not the Fujita scale. Caprice takes a stab at it. The Gale scale. Bonnie, yes, Saffir-Simpson or something like that. You got it. There it is, the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale. Category 1 through 5 there. So it's not based on storm surge. It's not based on rainfall. It's only based on wind speed. Some people think that that's okay. Some people have other opinions. I don't know what mine is quite yet. And the $1,000 question. These 2 months are when hurricane season is at its peak in the United States. What are they? The Bisquick scale. Daniel, and when this is all over, we're going to have a waffle cookout just for you. These 2 months are when hurricane season is at its peak in the United States. What 2 months are we looking at here? Hey, Caprice, I mean, that's why these are the $800 and $1,000 questions. I got to try and trip you guys up. What is August and September? Keely says September and October. Which one do you think it is? Caprice says August and September as well. Dun da da dun. Bravo. Rodolfo guessing July and August. Y'all are right around that the right date there. The peak hurricane season. Technically, it's over kind of like a 2-week span there at the end of August into September. So August and September typically the peak of hurricane season here in the United States. Jackie Garza also tuning in, getting that one right as well. All right, we done with the tropics. Now we're going on to lightning and tornadoes and hail. Oh my. Here we go. $200 question. This is the name for the area in the United States that is known for its twisters. What is the name of this region? I'm just going to keep refreshing the feed over here to make sure I'm not missing any of your guys' questions, since I know there's a little bit of lag. I have a little bit of time. This area, or this is a name for the area in the United States that is known for its twisters. Waco, Texas. You're not entirely wrong. What is Tornado Alley? Says Sarah Lopez. That's the first one I saw. Also, Jackie tuning in with the correct answer. Kansas. Anthony, yeah, that's a part of Tornado Alley, but the answer I was looking for is Tornado Alley. You can see here in West Texas, we are included in Tornado Alley over into Central and, you know, Tornado Alley, it's kind of a vague definition, but it's somewhere in this general direction. But that's what they call it. That was the $200 question. Brandy also getting the right answer as well. Don says, I better get these right. I'm from Oklahoma. Yeah, if you live in Tornado Alley, you better know what Tornado Alley is. Or that you live in Tornado Alley. That's part of being prepared. $400 question. This is where you should go if you're at home and get a tornado warning alert. So where do you go if you get a tornado warning alert? On your phone, on your NOAA radio, wherever you're getting your alerts from. On TV, watching us, StormTRacker 9. Where do you go when you get that tornado warning alert? Innermost room with no outside window, basement, in the middle of your home. What is a shelter? Daniel, don't go to the attic. Not the attic. Inner room, no windows. All right, I should have put basement on here. I know not a lot of us have basements here, so I kind of just didn't think about that. But yeah, basement is definitely ideal. If you have a storm shelter, that's ideal. Interior room away from windows. Y'all were right on it. Sarah, right on it. Anthony, yes, you'll be on the green screen for the most part. So, okay. Yeah. Good job, guys. All right, the $600 question. A storm is severe if it meets one of three criteria. 1, if there's a tornado, that's a severe storm. 2, 58-mile-an-hour winds is the criteria we use basing a storm as severe based on wind speeds. But what about hail size? This size hail makes a storm a severe storm. What am I looking for here? Number 3. Don says never under an overpass for the last question. That is a great point, especially in a tornado situation. Storm cellar, says Terry. Terry Hayes chiming in. Yeah, storm cellar is great if you were fortunate enough to get one. A storm is severe if it meets one of 3 criteria. Tornado, 50-mile-an-hour winds, or 58-mile-an-hour winds, excuse me, and this, hail size. 2 possible answers here. What am I looking for? Size of a quarter. My mom got that one. Nice. Oh, sorry, Mom. Sarah just beat you. Oh, so did Bonnie. Okay. And Jillian. Sorry, I had to scroll up. So yeah, quarter size hail. Some of you guys saying golf ball, and that definitely makes a storm severe. So maybe I didn't phrase the question perfectly, but yeah, it has to. I should have said at least this hail size. 1 inch or quarter size hail is what I was looking for. But yeah, you see anything above 1 inch makes a storm severe. So y'all are kind of right too. I should have worded that question better. I was looking for this one, but yeah, golf ball size hail, that's definitely a severe storm. So good job, you guys. You're further away. All right, the $800 question for lightning and tornadoes and hail, oh my. This scale relies on damage to help meteorologists determine the strength of a tornado. So we already had the Saffir-Simpson scale, so which one is this one? Guys, we have some breaking news. Trevor Tankersley is watching. Hello, Trevor. We miss you at News West 9, but we know you're doing great work over at MCH. The Fujita scale, yeah, Rodolfo chiming in first there. Sure he's not going to be the only one. Yeah, Sarah tuning in as well. And that is exactly right. Fujita or enhanced Fujita, good point, Kyle, because we actually technically don't use the old Fujita scale. They changed it back in, I believe, 2005, 2007, to better assess the kind of damage that these storms can do. And that's the thing. You have to go out and you have to survey these storms, and that helps meteorologists estimate what kind of wind speeds were causing that damage. And so it's all based on these categories over here. And the one over in Louisiana, that was an EF4. Devastating damage, well-constructed houses destroyed, cars thrown. So yeah, that's what they decided to base that off of. So I'd take Fujita scale or enhanced Fujita scale. Enhanced Fujita scale, technically more correct, but you know, if I were to say, you know, I'd say EF or Fujita, probably. So y'all are killing this, guys. Miss you guys also. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Trevor, for tuning in. Don, spelling doesn't count in Rail Jeopardy, so I guess I won't count it here as well. All right, and the last one. This one might be a stumper. We'll see. Heat, you might think it is, but it is not the #1 cause of weather-related deaths in West Texas. Instead, it is this, and it is often in a vehicle. So I guess maybe we're more used to the heat out here because it does always get so hot. I would have thought, though, that it would be the heat because we do have long stretches in the summer where we're getting near or above triple digits. But heat is not the #1 weather killer here in West Texas. Instead, it is this, and is often in a vehicle. What am I looking for here? Floods, flooding, tornado, car wash, flood, drowning, flood, hail. These are some good guesses. I-20 not wearing a seatbelt. Maybe. Not really weather related though, but please wear a seatbelt. Lightning. Lots of guesses here. I will take flooding, but technically answer is flash flooding, so basically the same thing, although flash flooding, the reason it's the #1 killer is that it happens very, very quickly, but that's just kind of a technical word difference from the National Weather Service. Flood warnings usually issued for rivers and stuff. Flash flooding is usually issued in urban areas and for roads, and that's just because the water level in those areas where people are, a lot of people are anyway, is rising super fast. So flash flooding here is the correct answer. All right, head in the clouds. Here we go. Last category. Wow, look at that. 48 people of you guys still sticking around for all 4 rounds. Here we go. These clouds are often described as puffy or cotton-like. What kind of clouds are these? Little cotton balls. What are those called? Mickey, I swear, just Facebook Live doesn't like to show me all the comments. I don't know why. That's why, like, sometimes when we're trying to answer you guys' questions, and we don't, because apparently Facebook decides to not like to put them up. Cumulus. Cumulus clouds. My mom getting that one. Wow. Mom, quick on the trigger there. Where do I collect my cash winnings? The Las Vegas Strip, Anthony, but they're all closed right now, so you're going to have to wait a minute. All right, yeah, Cumulus ringing in, my mom coming in with the correct answer. Ashley Williams, go mom. Yeah, go mom. She sent me a care package today. Got me some Girl Scout cookies. Wow, my sister actually was the one that got it. Okay. Back up, friends. No degrees allowed. I'm glad y'all are having some fun with this. All right, head in the clouds for 400. These clouds have a name that comes from the Latin prefix meaning layer. If you watched the StormTRacker 9 class on clouds a few days ago, we talked about this. So what kind of cloud is this that means layer? Stratus. I see a stratus. I see a stratus. I see a cirrus. I see a nimbus. I see a nimbus. And you know what? Y'all who put nimbus, y'all are so close. But the answer is stratus. Yeah, so if it's a layer cloud, a very flat, just kind of not a lot of texture to it, those are just called stratus clouds. Kind of boring. Get a lot of those up in Washington, though. Kyle and Rodolfo got that one right first. Good job, you guys. All right, 3 more questions. Here we go. This one's from the Latin word meaning curling lock of hair. These clouds are mostly made of ice and often described as horsetails. What kind of clouds are these? I only know Nimbus from the movie Up. Oh, and Lexi was wrong that time. Okay. Sorry, Lex. Miss you guys. I forgot about that, Sarah, from Up. That's a funny one. From the Latin word meaning curling lock of hair, these clouds are mostly made of ice and often described as horsetails. What are these? See a lot of the right answer coming in now, flooding in. Got Sirius from Mickey. You got Sirius from Kyle, from Neil, Jillian, Rachel, my mom, Neil. Saw you, Neil, twice. Anthony says contrails. I don't see any contrails in there. The answer is cirrus. And one of my favorite weather jokes is from The Dark Knight when the Joker says, "Why so serious?" Well, you see where that can get turned into a weather joke with cirrus clouds. All right, 2 questions left. Here we go. Head in the clouds for $800. Meaning heaped rainstorm in Latin. These clouds are known for producing dangerous weather like lightning, hail, and even tornadoes. What's the name of this kind of cloud? Y'all are funny tonight. I don't know. Maybe it's Tuesday. All right, Mickey, so this is actually a great example of an anvil, but I'm talking the whole cloud. What is this whole cloud called? Oh, Anthony's cheating. Anthony's cheating, so I'll give that one to Jillian because she was close enough. Cumulonimbus is the correct answer. But Mickey, nice job pointing out the anvil on that thing. Because that one was pretty impressive. Columbus, however you spell it. I'll count it. Spelling doesn't count. All right, and the last question. Head in the clouds for 1,000. Named after the Latin word. A lot of weather comes from Latin, if you haven't already caught on to that. The Latin word meaning udder. These clouds often form on the anvils, Mickey, of thunderstorms. What are these, though? Often forming underneath the anvil of a thunderstorm. That's the cloud that was an up. Yeah, cumulonimbus. There we go. See, I wanted to say something, but then I was like, nah, I'd give away the next, or a couple of, I'd give away a couple of, or an answer a couple of questions later. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, my mom's getting it, and Kyle's getting it. Boot clouds. Never heard him called that, though. Interesting. I never thought of that, but you're kind of right. Now, someone tell me, is it Mamatis or Mamatis? I don't know. It's like Nevada and Nevada. Like, I've heard it both ways, so I don't. I've said Mamatis. I've never heard them called boot clouds. That's so funny. But apparently that's a thing. So, hey, I'll give it to you guys. Both of you can't be wrong. All right, you guys. We don't cheat. We watched you last week. Oh man, you guys were a hoot tonight. That was pretty fun. And look at that. Done. Dunzo. So I don't know. I thought maybe 4 categories was a lot. That was kind of a long time. It kind of does take a little bit for the questions to come in. So maybe next time we'll just do 3. I don't know. But I think we could do this again. I don't know. Let me know what kind of topics you want in StormTRacker 9 Jeopardy, what other things that you'd want to see questions about, things you want to learn about, because I think this is a kind of a fun way to be like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I didn't know that about this or that. So, nah, leave it at 4. Kyle liked, okay. Well, just call it pancakes and French toast. Daniel. Man, I could go for some waffles. Let's be honest. This kind of sounds good. So, yeah, that was pretty fun. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun and learned along with me. I had to double check some facts there and on the NASA and those abbreviations with the letter A, but I don't know why. I came up with that, and then I was like, that's got to be a $1,000 question. So thanks, guys, for participating along with me. Anthony, thank you for chiming in as well. Some of your answers were pretty good. Let's throw around SPC acronyms. Anthony, watch News West 9 at 10 tonight. Yeah, okay. If you want to. No, you should. That's what I was just thinking. I need to go back to school. Mom, I love you too. Thank you for tuning into these. Thank you guys so much. That was fun. Hope you had some fun. See you guys back tomorrow at 7:30.